Greetings to you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. And of course, the time that you watch this video. How is everyone? How am I? Of course, I'm good, as you can see. And I thank God for this beautiful moment. To you that is new here, welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing to Mary TV and becoming part of this beautiful and amazing family. My returning subscribers, of course, you know you are the best. What would I do without you? Just know your like, your view, your comment, everything nice and good, including correction that you do to this channel, is never taken for granted. My moderators, those that have joined my membership, those that do super chat me, asante na wapenda nyinyi wote. My guys, before you watch this video, give it a thumbs up. It's free of charge. It's now 5:30 p.m. here in Kenya. I'm just from work, guys, and I decided today, today I have to come out. I've been so busy. It is towards the end of the term here in Kenya. We are almost going on school recess, and guys, it has been marking after marking and after marking. And you can see, at least I'm trying my level best to come out and just catch up with everyone and with everything that is happening on the YouTube streets. So I'm just seated here in my living room. I'm all alone. Look at this. This is my daughter's work. She scribbled there using her pencil. Okay, so my people, thank you so much, by the way. I love you, and it's because of you that I'm here. In this channel, I am on the road to 5K subscribers, and of course, I rely on you. Please take me to 5K subscribers. So let's begin, guys. Where should we begin from? Let's talk about Dee Mwango. We all know about the Empress Dee Mwango. Guys, Dee Mwango is one young lady that if the naysayers have common sense, they should know that they cannot bring down Dee Mwango just because of their hate or just because of, throwing words here and there. It can't happen. That can't be Dee Mwango. Dee Mwango went to Nairobi to do her own stuff. And when you look at Dee Mwango, you cannot be like 100% sure what she's doing there. Maybe Dee Mwango could be, chasing some visa to travel wherever. Yet there is someone seated somewhere in her small corner, and they're like, why is Dee Mwango in Nairobi? What is she doing there? Oh, why is it that Dee Mwango was left in Nairobi when Marwa and Rocio went to Watamu? Why did she not remain back in the village? Like, seriously, why would you even question an adult? If today I want to go to Nairobi, I'll just catch a flight, or I can go by road. And I'll just land there in Nairobi. Do you understand? Like, you can't just be on people's head every time. Oh, what is Dee Mwango doing in Nairobi? Dee Mwango has no content. Or the people that she was talking about, people like Priska Sagati are now doing very well than her. Or I don't know, African Tigress is doing very good than Dee Mwango. And you look at these people and you're like, hold on. Are you crazy? Can you even compare yourself to Dee Mwango? Don't you know the work that Dee Mwango puts in? My guys, sometimes I watch these videos and I laugh. Like, I literally laugh because of the nonsense that is brought by these people. You look at them and you wonder, why are they so much on Dee Mwango's neck? Can't they let this young lady breathe? Someone was asking, Dee Mwango said she was going to meet a friend. Why is it that Dee Mwango never showed that friend? And you're like, okay, you guys want to know everything about Dee Mwango. Like, if she says she wants to go to meet a person, you want to know who that person is. And I'm so happy that Dee Mwango is not showing them what they want. Do you understand? But rather, she's just doing her. And that is the best thing for a person like Dee Mwango. How many times have I said Dee Mwango is a celebrity? The naysayers. Because I know you are here. And I know your people watch me. And they're gonna tell you guys. You people always say Dee Mwango is not known. How many people did you see at the streets of Nairobi greeting Dee Mwango? In fact, she met one content creator from UK, that had just come to visit Kenya. And these people know Dee Mwango. They watch her. They watch Marwa. But there's someone somewhere who is so jealousy of Dee Mwango that they can't make peace with their own hearts and acknowledge that Dee Mwango is a celebrity. Like, when they just see Dee Mwango walking, they feel like they can pie. My guys, I know most of you from the West. You have a totally different lifestyle from us here in Africa. Do you understand? Like, I understand in such places like America, the roads are very good. Do you understand? Like there are no potholes. Like it is well done. Eh? Everything is new. But when you come to Africa, we have a lot of challenges. And you all know, there's the issue of poverty, diseases, etc. Dimwanga, while in Nairobi, decided to go and showcase a slum in Kenya. I'm so shocked that the naysayers are now changing the narrative. My people, these guys, they will one day finish us here on the streets. Let's take a minute and listen to this first receipt. I know, you know, sometimes you tell me you don't like listening to these people. And then when you don't bring the receipts again, you'll ask, where are the receipts? So please, can you bear with me? And don't forget to like the video. What are you waiting for? There's no way we can be putting content here and you don't want to like. Please like. If you've never subscribed, consider subscribing. So let's listen to our first receipt from this lady who thinks she's on top of the world. Who thinks by her relocating from Nigeria to Germany, she has made it in life. Let's listen for a moment as I
cannot go to a beautiful environment and make content.
So guys, let's listen.
She must go to the ghettos if she wants views, for this ghetto own a disgrace her. If she don't go to the ghettos to disgrace a country, she will go to people helpless, you know, helpless people. That is the type of content she does, right? If the people are not helpless, she always want to go to where she's going to oppress the people. The same thing she did in the Philippines, because the Filipinos are so weak. You know, they are shy people. The way if you have lived with Filipinos, they always behave like children. They always behave like, I don't know, like, you know, you will see somebody that is 30 years old but is behaving like somebody that is like 12 years old. It's like that in the Philippines. Whether you want to prove me wrong, it's the reality. You know, I'm not trying to say like, but that is how Filipinos, they are always afraid. So you see, when she go to those kind of places, go to the Philippines like this and use the villagers. She never go to a place where she will find people that can challenge her. If she sees people that can challenge her, she will never go there. That is not her content. So you see, she and African Tigress will do educated content. She will meet all kind of people. All those there, Wodemaya, those are the things they can do. Agama will look for people that even if she's wrong, they cannot correct her. She always want to be up. So those are the type of content she goes to make. If she don't bring those content and man content, if she don't bring that man content, she's finished. Exactly, she did this thing in Nigeria on top of all the beautiful places in Nigeria. On top of all the places that in Nigeria, Agama Lizard chose to go to a typical village in Nigeria that eats some kind of things that even me, myself, I have never seen in my entire life. Forgetting that Nigeria is mighty. Nigeria is like 3 countries in one. And then she goes to that small village to judge Nigeria.
My guys, do you
I
know
will never
leave
you for that one.
I feel when she left Africa, remember this is my own opinion, and I think I've said or talked about it so many times. When this lady left Africa and she had an opportunity to go to Europe, she thought she has made it. Do you understand? Like she has all the rights to sit down and despise people. She has all the rights to come out and talk bad about people. What is wrong if Dimwango decides to showcase slums in every place that she goes? You can't compare Dimwango to Wodemaya. Whatever Wodemaya does is totally different from what Dimwango does. You can't compare Dimwango to African Tigress. These are people that do, yes, they do travel. But remember, they showcase different aspects. This lady is so bitter with Dimwango. Let me tell you guys for free. You remember when Dimwango went to Nigeria? Do you remember that time when Dimwango went to Nigeria? My people, Dimwango met a content creator from Nigeria. Do you remember the name of the lady? It starts with an S. I don't know, Suleiman or whatever. Drop the name here if you remember that time. The lady took Dimwango to the bush market. Do you understand? And it is not only Dimwango that has been to that bush market. So many content creators have previously gone to the bush market. If you don't know, I'm telling you that for free. Hey, there are so many. And, you know, Dimwango is just among those content creators that have been to the bush market. Dimwango took her time to show us what people eat in Nigeria. Do you understand? Of course, I know in Kenya here we have a community that eats rats. You know those big ones? They eat. In fact, the community is at the coastal part of Kenya. And we have another one in Rift Valley, somewhere there. They eat. But guys, what I saw in that bush market, I'm not saying it is wrong because it is their culture. Of course, I have a lot of Nigerian subscribers that support my work. I have those that have become my family. We talk one-on-one. Do you understand? And therefore, I respect your culture. What I want to say is that it gave me an opportunity to learn more about the culture. I saw people in that bush market. There was the grass cutter. Yes, yeah, that's the name. We had python and we had other type of bushmeat that Dimwango showed to us. Do you understand? And then after that, she went to a remote village in, I don't know which part of Nigeria, but she went to one of the remotest villages in Nigeria and showed to us their lifestyle. And that is one thing that Dimwango has been doing all over the world. And I want us to understand, because as I always say, we have our own brains. We don't need people to come and, kind of manipulate us here on the YouTube streets. Do you understand? Dimwango has been to so many countries. And when you look at her pattern of content creation, it is the same. It is not only Dimwango, but any other content creator. Do you understand? Let's say, for example, you are a content creator that does cooking videos. Let me tell you, it's going to be totally different from another person that does the same thing. And that is why nowadays, if you take your time and look at different channels that do African, cooking, their presentations are totally different. But at the end of the day, the outcome is the same food. Do you understand? So Dimwango went to Nigeria and she went to all those places. This lady in her own video, my guys, I'm not kidding you, in her own videos, this one that I have attached part of, do you understand? Do you know what she said? She said she will never ever forgive Dimwango for choosing to go to Nigeria and to showcase the remotest parts of Nigeria. As if Nigeria has no beautiful, estates, beautiful places, nice touristic places and such. She said it very categorically. She will never ever forgive Dimwango because Dimwango went to Nigeria and showed to the world what she did not want anyone to see. Do you understand? And because of that, she saw she gonna be on Dimwango's neck. Whether Dimwango likes it or not. I look at this and I'm like, hold on, lady. This is just being malicious, eh? Why would you come out and attack Dimwango in such a way? Why can't you go after African Tigress? Didn't she also take us to the bush market when she was in Nigeria? Why can't you go after her? I have seen Wodemaya, the one that you guys, love clapping for on the streets. By the way, Wodemaya, I have no problem with him. He's a great content creator. I have seen Wodemaya going to communities where women's breasts are out. My people, unless I'm the one that is so crazy, or maybe I'm just, saying my own stuff. You let me know. Have you ever watched any of Wodemaya's videos where he has showcased women, with their out? He has. And in fact, there's a time when the wife, Miss Trudy, started complaining like she wasn't comfortable about it. Now my question is, why are they not going after these other content creators? Just because Dimwango went to the slums in Kenya and you want to pay her because of her showing, Kibra to the rest of the world. What is wrong with that? How will they get donations? Those people from Kibra. And by the way, guys, these people, I don't know how they think. And sometimes I feel they're foolish. And if they're not foolish, they choose what to do. Look at it this way. Go to those settlements. I'm talking about the slums. If you go to those places, we have huge numbers of NGOs that work with those people. They have a lot of sponsorship from the West. How do people learn about the slums? It is through videos. How will someone know that Mary TV is in need if someone does not showcase me? How will we know we need to support this and that person if they're not brought on camera? Remember, majority of people that we meet, nowadays we meet online. Do you understand? Like they see you as you create your content. They see you showing your neighborhood, showing bad roads, showing maybe children that are not going to school. And they decide they want to come through and help you. What is wrong with that? What else do you want Dimwango to show? After all, these people from the West, they have the best when it comes to infrastructure. Now, why would I be showing them, you know, good roads, or I don't know, good houses and such? They have all those things. They have them. They see them every day. They need to see Africa. Do you understand? You know, from a certain perspective. They need to understand the dilemma and the challenges of Africa. And that is what Dimwango does. You know, it is quite unfortunate because most of these people, you know, they kind of feel this family is always using such type of content creation to get money. Like, seriously? If you feel Dimwango is not doing something that is good, she's not showing what you think she should show to the world, why can't you take up the challenge? I always hear her saying she has the best cameras. I don't know, it's called what? Osmo, whatever camera. The GoPro cameras and whatever. Why can't she just wake up and catch a flight from Germany to Nigeria and go show us all those places? We'll be happy to see what you want people to see, you know, from your own perspective. So that you understand, it is not just a matter of talking. Talking is there. We have mouths, we can talk. But sometimes we need to be very, very careful with how we look at matters. I don't see anything wrong with Dimwango, you know, showing slums in Kenya. I don't see anything wrong that Dimwango did when she was in the Philippines, when she went to Lola's place. How else would have Lola gotten a house if it wasn't for D? Look at a person like Marwa. The issue to do with Brian, guys. Who would have known about Brian and the grandma? As we speak, that grandma would not be having that house. Like, where would she get it from? You should appreciate people for what they are doing. And if you feel they are not doing as per your expectation, you carry your camera because you have the cameras, you have the money, as you say. Go out and shoot that type of content creator that you want the world to see. Do you understand? Instead of you people always coming out to criticize people as if whatever Dimwango did in Nigeria was bad. And I still repeat, those that I know your subscribers watch me, go and tell this lady, Black Beauty, Dimwango is not the first content creator to step in Nigeria and to step in the bush market. In fact, she's among the many content creators that have been there. And in fact, we have those that have gone and shown everything. She never stayed in Nigeria for a long time. We have these content creators that went to Nigeria and stayed for a very long time. And they did what Dimwango did. Go after them first before you start talking about Dimwango. Can you compare yourself to Dimwango? Look at you. You guys, you're so full of bitterness. When Dimwango says she has gone to 70 countries, you come out here and say, 70 countries, like how? Hey, like how? She has been to 70 countries. And it is only that Dimwango is taking a break because of everything that she's doing now. By the time Dimwango carries her passport and steps out of Kenya, you will see her. And the country, you know, the number of countries are going to go up and up. My guys, let me tell you, what God has destined, nobody gonna take it away from you. It's just as simple as that. If God created these people and said they're gonna be great in this you know, in this aspect of being content creators, remember there's nothing that you can do about it. You will come and talk, you will come and abuse Dimwango. I had another person saying, oh, Dimwango's hairstyle is like for the house helps of Nairobi. I look at Carrot and I'm like, Carrot, hey, you with your short hair, what can you talk about hairstyles? Like, seriously, what are you talking about? How can you compare Dimwango's hairstyle to that of a house help that works somewhere in Nairobi? And if you guys, you've never understood Dimwango being a travel content creator, her desire is always to have the easiest hairstyle so that it cannot be cumbersome on her. In fact, I think when she used to shave her hair, she was far much better because it's just waking up, you step, you know, under the shower, drrr, water comes out, you dress and you're good to go. But you know, if you're having like, you know, now this is my hair, like if I'm traveling like this, it's gonna be hard on me because I need to ensure my hair is washed, I have shampoo, or I have a blow dryer, I have what? I have my treatment and whatever. I have my combs and etc. But once you have a hairstyle like the one that Dimwango is wearing now, guys, it becomes so easy. You can walk and walk and walk and walk, and your hair will still be, will look nice. Do you understand? I have seen a Kenyan content creator that recently relocated to South Africa. She's on Facebook. That lady had sister locks, but when she landed on that part of South Africa, I feel maybe she wasn't able to get a salon that could work on her hair. Guess what? Today, I saw she has shaved her hair. She's now bald. Because she wants to move, freely without any restrictions. You get worried, can I get my, the products that I've been using back at home, or can I get a person that knows how to work on this type of hair and etc. I saw that lady, she has shaved, and I was like, wow. Now this is what happens when you relocate or when you're traveling. I was so shocked, but she has shaved her sister locks. They are now down. The only thing that she does is for her to wake up, wash her head, get dressed, and do her stuff. She just relocated to South Africa, I think. If I'm not wrong, this is the 3rd week. I know I have friends from South Africa. Let me know. Does it mean that you don't have people that can lock the sister locks, or what is it? Kindly let me know. I would love to hear from you. My guys, this YouTube space is so crazy. Very crazy. Let me check my notes. I have my notes. Creating content is not vegetable. You can imagine. You need to be very careful. So my guys, I really wanted to focus on that first part of, Dee Mwango versus these people that are coming on her neck. There are those that are now asking the men in blue. The men in blue. In Kenya, our police dress in blue. Not all. They have like several types of uniforms, police uniform. But majorly they have the blue one, not this blue. This one is for the trouser. And then the shirt is, or rather the shirt or the blouse is usually sky blue. So there are those content creators that are calling out, or, men in blue. If you hear men in blue in Kenya, it means the police, to go and arrest Dee Mwango. Allegedly, they're saying Dee Mwango, bought those bad things. She was giving out to people in the slums. And guys, it is what it is. Sometimes people are too fast to judge people. Do you understand? If you did watch that video that Dee Mwango did in the slums, there's a question that I had ask around, the guy that was taking her around. She asked him, ask if they have a house. Do you understand? I feel Dee Mwango wanted to get in that house and film. Let's say, for example, they say they have a house that is vacant. She would get an opportunity to get in and record and show people how houses look in, such a place. I had her asking about the rent. Do you understand? And sometimes it is out of curiosity and just to let people know how much maybe a house goes for. If you look at that place, guys, wow, the standards of living are below average. You understand what I mean? A lot of water that is running. In fact, that is sewage water. Because I feel the drainage, maybe they don't have a drainage or whatever. The people that are in charge don't take care of the environment. You see a lot of water, it's flowing everywhere. You can imagine in such places, children have a lot of diseases. They lack basic needs. And if you go to such a settlement, again, you're going to realize like most girls get babies at a very young age. And it's because of poverty, because of the high rate of crime. There's a lot of shower, that takes place in such places. And those are the things that the world needs to know. It is not just meant to paint Africa in a bad way. Do you understand? Like if every day I want to show you the good side, how will you know the other side? And that is why we say sometimes you don't need to sugarcoat matters. You don't just to come out and say the way they are supposed to be said. Do you understand? So that people can know and they can understand. Most of you, I have a friend of mine that told me in her village, she doesn't come from Kenya, but she comes from Africa, in one of the developed countries in Africa. You all know, the most developed country in Africa. And she told me there are no mud houses. Like, literally, there's no mud house. And when the first time she saw that in Nyabohansa, she was so shocked. Like, wow, do people in this century still live in mud houses? Just imagine. It happens. And I told you one day I'll take you around my village. You'll equally be shocked, because those houses, they are like in every village in Kenya. So it is just a matter of sharing Africa to the outside world without, having any bad intention. Eh? Do you understand? Without having any bad intention. There's a group of students that came from Australia, and they went to some local schools within this region where I am, and their mission was to eliminate the mud classes. Do you understand? Classes that have been constructed using mud. And guess what, guys? They got to learn that through someone's video, and they decided they're gonna contribute, and they sent representatives here in Kenya. And by the time they were done with the project, all the primary schools around this region, all the mud classes were demolished and new classes were constructed. So I don't see anything wrong when people showcase in real time what is happening in Africa. You don't need to come out and feel like, I don't know whether these people feel they are ashamed or what is it. Why would I be ashamed of my own country when the roads are not good? And that is why I can show you the roads on my way to, to work. I'll show you the roads. I'll show you my village. I'll show you everything that is happening, because I know this is where I come from. And the place needs to, kind of, change, have some changes here and there. Do you understand? It is not all about just showing people for the sake of showing people. Look at Grandma, for example. If she did not have an opportunity of Mara coming to her home, that lady would still be in that madhouse. But because Mara brought her out, people came out and contributed. And as we speak, Grandma is now living like a queen. Hey, she does just like this. Tap, light comes on. Grandma is now enjoying, mopping her house. Everything is just nice and smooth. There's water. Hey, my people, I don't know whether I'm the one that is crazy or what. Anyways, you let me know here at the comment section, what do you think about this video. Please like the video. It is one way of supporting a content creator. Don't forget to subscribe, or I hope I've convinced you enough why you should subscribe to Mary TV and become part of this wonderful and beautiful family. My people, I want to say thank you so much for your love. I love you back. Let's keep on growing together. Thank you so much, and goodbye for now.